What's good, YouTube family? Thank y'all for tuning back into another video. I'm super excited about this one today. This one's going to be how to do the LaMelo ball cut. The only difference is LaMelo ball doesn't have a C cup and he does. So to begin the cut, before I even pick up any clippers, I want to make sure that I comb the hair in the direction that it grows so I can give myself a good visualization of how this haircut is going to turn out. So y'all can see I'm really exaggerating the flick out motion when I get to the top of these curls. And that's because I don't want to create a harsh line going from super short to the long curls up top. So that's why I'm going to flick out at first, and I have my blade open with the number 2 guard. Flick out first, then I'm going to come with the grain with the 2 guard closed. And now I'm going to just keep the number 2 guard closed, and I'm going to just work this area to give myself a good foundation to fade into. So that's what I'm creating right here. I'm just creating a good platform to be able to fade into. And I'm making sure that I flick out when I get to the curls. And I had the blade closed all the way up to when I get to the curls. And then when I get to the curls, that's when you'll see me flick out. But until then, I want all this to be a number 2 closed. This whole area that we just cut short. I just don't want to create a real harsh line. Y'all can see how I'm flicking out, how I'm lifting my clipper up. I don't want to create a real harsh line going into the curls. Alright y'all, this is the part that I really want y'all to pay attention to. This is the foundation of your haircut. The bald line is the foundation of your haircut. It's just like life. Just like you want your life to be built on a strong foundation. For me personally, mine is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is my strong foundation, and that's why you see great things happen in my life how they are. It's just like a haircut. If you want to have the greatest haircut possible, you want to make sure that the foundation of your haircut is smooth. So make sure that you get that even as possible, because it's going to determine how even of a cut that you can get. This right here is the foundation of your fade. So, and by that I mean the blade open to close. Y'all can see when I first put my guideline in, I had a wall seniors, and to create my first guideline, I'm gonna flick out, and then that's to create the guideline, right? Y'all can see how I'm flicking out as I just showed you. Then after I flick out, I'm gonna lay my blade flat and go to the top of the guideline. Then I'm gonna close my lever halfway, go halfway up the guideline. That's what I'm doing right here. And I'm gonna close the lever a little more and just not tap that bottom line. Then I'm gonna close it all the way, and I'm gonna take that bottom line out completely, making the fade as smooth as possible. And if you ask me, in my opinion, this is the most important part of the fade, because it's gonna determine how smooth of a fade that you can get altogether. So to me, the blade open and closed is the most important part of the fade, because it's like the transitional phase of the fade. Right here I have the number 1.5 guard on, and I started out with the open, and then I'm gonna close it, and I'm really going up to the top, like where we left off with that 2 close. Y'all can see I'm gonna do some work right here in the back. We got a little bit of heaviness right there in the back. Y'all can see it, I pointed it out, and I'm just gonna work into these curls. But I make sure that I don't want to cut too far into them. I don't want to cut too far down the back either. So I'm just being very patient and letting this come to me, and making sure that I get everything even. I get everything the same length. And notice how I'm creating that round shape. I'm still keeping that round shape that we started with the bald line. The round shape we created with the bald line, I kept it with the guard open, with the blade open and closed, and then I kept it with the 1.5, and now I'm keeping the same shape with the 1 open. So with the 1 open, I'm gonna go up right under where we left off with the 1.5 closed, and it's the same process. I'm gonna go open all the way to the top of it, halfway, go halfway up it, and then close to the bottom of it. And I know that the 1 closed isn't gonna take the line out completely, but it's going to do a very good job in softening it up so that I can come in with my 0 guard and take the line out completely. Y'all can see, make sure you're brushing when you're fading, because that's going to lay the hair back in the way that it's supposed to lay, in the way that it grows. Because you push it up with your clipper, so you want to make sure that you lay it back down with your brush. And then y'all can see I'm just doing detail work. After I do my open halfway close, then I'm going to do detail work. And I'm going to explain what that means when I put the 0 guard on. Alright y'all, so this is number 0 guard, and with the 0 guard I look at it as an eraser. I never put a line in with it, I only take lines out with it. So it's like a eraser guard to me, or a detail guard to me, and I'm just doing detail work with it. So by detail work, I mean I'm using corner work, So I'm using a corner of my blade or the last couple teeth of my blade to pinpoint dark spots and bring them to the light. And then I'm going to be using lever play. So open and closing the lever when need be to pinpoint dark spots to bring them to the light and make the fade as smooth as possible. Alright, so you already know what I like to get into on this side, so we're going to go ahead and get into the message. Alright, so my message for today is going to be about love. It's the holiday season. We really need to love each other more, not just in this time, but all around more, but especially in this time because there's a lot of people going through certain things in this time that they miss their family and other stuff. So my message for today is definitely going to be about love. And in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 teaches us a lot about love. And it pretty much says that without love, you aren't anything and can't do anything. Everything is meaningless without love. So verses 4 through 8 say, love suffers long and is kind. Love envies not. Love flaunts not itself and is not puffed up. Love does not behave itself improperly. Seeks not its own. Is not easily provoked. Thinks no evil. Rejoices not in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth. Bears all things. Believes all things. Hopes all things, and endures all things. Love never fails. In Matthew 5:44, Jesus tells us, but I say to you, love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you. Think of all the hate that Jesus had to endure and show love for everyone. It says while we were still sinners, Jesus died for us. So yeah, he died for the people who killed him just like he died for you. None of us are any better than the other. Make sure that you're always uplifting people and always being there for people because you never know what anyone's going through. So make sure that you are always giving kind gestures or kind words. You know what I'm saying? Don't be rude to people. I read a post that said this. You're going to come in contact with an awful lot of people who are at their absolute breaking point this season. Friends, family, co-workers, teachers, strangers in the grocery store, retail workers. While it may be the merriest time of the year for some, it's the saddest, loneliest, most stressful, most heartbreaking for so many others. We're all busy, but we're not too busy to be kind, caring, and patient. Remember, the best thing you can give someone right now is love. And I believe that to be true because in 1 John 4:8 it says, whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. And y'all, this is the last thing I'm going to leave you with. Matthew 22 verses 37 and 38. Jesus said to him, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and great commandment. Make sure that y'all are doing that, man. And to love him is to obey him. Y'all check out John 14:15. Prep the hairline. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut any hairs up so they don't hang over so that you can see his lineup as clean as possible. So I'm just going straight up. I'm not cutting into it. I'm not digging in. I'm just cutting straight up. That's it. And I'm gonna take a couple of these little curls out on the top just because they're a little bit longer and I just want to make his hair even as possible. But he didn't really want none off the top, so I ain't dig into it too much. And y'all can see what I'm doing to prepare the lineup. I'm gonna comb the hairs down, and he likes it cut at this far back, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna just make sure that I get it nice and separated how it's supposed to be, and then I'm gonna cut it down with the number 1 guard, going with the grain. Make sure that everything is cut down with this number 1 guard. Alright, and you can see here, artist never paints on a dirty canvas. So as a barber, you're an artist, make sure that you never cut on a dirty canvas. Y'all can see I just went and I brushed everything in place, cleaned out all the hairs out. I went in, sprayed some holding spray, and now I sprayed holding spray on this neck strip also. And y'all can see I'm just wiping it in the direction that it is supposed to be cut, making sure that it's staying stuck at the spot that I want it to be at, so that when I cut it, everything is nice and even and laying where it's supposed to lay. So for this back lineup, just make sure that you don't dig into it too much. Make sure that you keep it nice and natural. You don't have to dig into it. And he has so much hair. Like y'all gotta look at his haircut and understand how much overhang he has from that back. Cause y'all gotta understand we didn't cut into the back like that. So I feel like that was a great place to put the neckline. And then after you do it, just make sure you solidify your lineup. By solidifying your lineup, I mean make sure you put your first initial line in, then comb any hairs down that's trying to hang over it, make sure that you cut them too, but make sure that you cut them at the initial guideline or at the initial line that you've already established. And that's how you keep it natural as possible. Don't push them back, but that's how you're gonna give the longest lasting haircut possible, as in the lineup part. And that's what's gonna, just a little detail in the lineup is gonna set you apart as a barber. And that's why a lot of my clients say my lineups or my haircuts last like 2 weeks, because they can stay fresh for 2 weeks because of the preparation that I bring when I do the lineup, or the preparation that I give that I do when I do the lineup. So if y'all know me, y'all watch my videos before, I like to start my lineup in the front, work my way to the side. Once the front meets the side, I like to tap in the vertical bar, and then I like to do the C-cup. And once again, y'all gotta understand how much overhang he had. This is not pushing him back. I'm putting it at the very first line that you can create. And I'm just keeping it natural as possible. And once again, make sure that you solidify your lineup. So I have my first initial line in, comb through, and then comb any hairs that's trying to hang over, and make sure that you tap them overhanging hairs in. So for the C-cup, I like to start at the bottom of the vertical bar. Y'all can see I already tapped in the vertical bar. C-cup, I like to start at the bottom of the vertical bar, put a line in, go to the bottom of the C-cup, and then I like to work my way to the top. And then I'm gonna meet them in the middle. Y'all can see how I do it. And the reason I did that, y'all, so I'm just rinse and repeating, doing the same thing on this side. Y'all can see that this side is a little bit lighter when it comes to the vertical bar. And then to the C-cup, I'm gonna say this because I know somebody gonna try to say something crazy. With the C-cup, he wants it to be as dark as possible. So make sure that you just talk to your clients, consult with your clients. But I know he wants it dark as possible, so that's why I set this C-cup in where I put it. And y'all can see, this is what I mean by solidify your lineup. Y'all can see I put the lineup in, then I combed any hairs over. But then make sure, you have to make sure, you gotta be very careful when you're doing that. Make sure that you put it in at the guideline or at the line that you've already established. So y'all can see how I put it in at the vertical bar, when I started the C-cup at the bottom of the vertical bar. You could say I could have took it down a little farther, but like I said, he wanted it to be dark naturally, so that's why I put it in where I put it in. Y'all can see we didn't need any enhancements, but we're gonna go ahead and enhance this cut and take it to the next level. I got Kiss Express, and I'm spraying it in, making sure I spray very lightly. This is really just gonna act as a hold for the fibers. But y'all can see when I spray Kiss, I don't spray too much. Then I'm gonna go ahead, throw the fibers in there, making sure that I don't pump too much. You don't want to do too much. You want to keep it natural looking. And then I comb through. This is a signature thing. This is a key thing. If you put enhancements in how I put them in, you have to comb them through. And then after you do that, when you line enhancements up, make sure that you line your enhancements up at the line that you've already created. You do not want to push somebody back just because you put enhancements in. Make sure that you keep them at the line you've already created. That's very important. Make sure that you're cleaning the forehead off also, because the final product, the final visualization is everything, right? Final presentation. So make sure that you're cleaning the head off while you're doing this. That was just courtesy of the client, making sure that the client's face stays clean at all times. With the neck duster, that's just something that you could throw in. It's good customer service. People love good customer service. Go the extra mile for your client. I'm just tapping his mustache in. You see it, but y'all see this fade butter lineup crispy. Come on, man. I'm not trying to cut too much off of his. He wanted to keep his chin hair wide, so I just cut up under it. And then for the final touch, I'm gonna go ahead in with the shaver, hit the bottom of this, just clean it up to where it really gives that nice pop. And man, if y'all was able to sit through this 16-minute video of me, I truly appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this cut in the comment section. I think it turned out fire. Line up extra crispy, the fade butter. Man, what more can I say? Low key, bro, kind of do look like LaMelo Ball a little bit, like they could be cousins or something. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think about this cut in the comment section. I truly appreciate y'all. I've been getting so much love on my channel, man. It's amazing. Y'all are great. continue y'all to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and then share my videos with your friends or with people who want to learn how to cut hair, or whatever it is. Just people who would like the haircut. Tag people that you think would like the haircut or send it to them. Just continue to help me to reach more people so that I could use gifts and abilities that God's given me to glorify Him and His name, spread the gospel, and to make Him and His name known. If y'all came because you like watching barber videos, I hope this video satisfied you. If you came to learn something, I hope that you take something from my game, apply it to yours, advance in your career and your craft and your life. And if you came for the message, I hope that it touched your heart, your soul, and your mind. And I hope that you grow closer to God. All the power going on and praise be to God. Thank y'all for tuning back into the Late Show. I hope to see you back on the next video. And may God bless.